Good morning, children. Today I am going to explain about the social 8th lesson, our water resource. So, do you know water is a natural resource? It is very essential for all human beings and living things. So, it is a precious gift of nature. So, water is composed of oxygen and hydrogen. It is found in wells, springs, ponds, rivers, canals, and oceans. So, on Earth, there is a 1/4 of the Earth is covered with water. It is obtained by the main form of rains. So, Earth is only one planet that has water. So it is also called as blue planet because 70% of the earth is covered with water. So water is very essential for everyone. So it has no taste, no smell, no color. So the other name of water is life. We cannot live without water. We drink it, cook our food with it and breathe in it and wash our body and things within it. And farmers need water to grow crops of plants. With water, the soil becomes wet. Impure water carries the germs and spread the diseases. Impure water can be purified by the distillation or filtration process. Man cannot without live water. Understood? So, water is very important for everyone. We uses water for drinking, cooking, for bathing, washing. Farmer use the water for growing the crops. So these are all the important uses of water. We cannot live without water. So now let us students learn about the sources of water. Where is the water is available? The water is available from different sources. Rain is the main source of water. Rivers, stream, tanks, canals, wells and tube wells are the other source of water. So rain is the main source of water. Now let us learn about the rain. Rain is the most important source of water. It is a purest water free from the pathogenic agents. It is a clear, bright, sparkling, soft. Because it is soft, it has a coercive action on lead the pipes impurities. Suspended impurities like a dust, soot, microorganisms, gases like carbon dioxide, nitrogen and ammonia. These are picked up by the rainwater from the atmosphere. Understood? Rain is the most important source of water. So, of water is available. Water in village life. In villages, people get water from wells, tanks, and rivers. And in the list of 122 countries rated on equality of potable water, nearly 50% of the village still do not have any source of protected drinking water. Two wells are also used in many villages. Understood how the in villages where the village people get the water? The village people get the water from well, tanks and rivers. So water supply in towns. In towns and cities, the water is supplied by the people to the people through the municipal taps. Water supplied through the taps is stored in big water head tanks. There is a process of filtration and purification before it is being supplied to the household. So, what do you know about children? ಸೊ ಈಗ ಏನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ, ಹಳ್ಳಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತು ಸಿಟಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಬಳಸ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ. ಸೊ ಹಳ್ಳಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ ವಿಲೇಜಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಟರನ್ನು ವೆಲ್ಗಳ ಬಾವಿ, ಕೆರೆ ಮತ್ತು ನದಿಗಳಿಂದ ಪಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಟೌನು ಅಥವಾ ಸಿಟಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಜನರಿಗೆ ನೀರನ್ನು ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಮುನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಟ್ಯಾಪ್ಗಳಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅವುಗಳ ಮೂಲಕ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಒಂದು ಬಿಗ್ ಟ್ಯಾಂಕಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರನ್ನು ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ನಂತರ ಅದನ್ನು ಫಿಲ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಪ್ಯೂರಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಜನಗಳಿಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಹೌಸ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಸಪ್ಲೈನ ಮಾಡಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Understood? So how we now you are understand about how the village peoples use the get the water, and also we learn about the how the towns or cities peoples get the water. Now water for irrigation. Why the water for use the water for irrigation? Irrigation is in India carried three different ways according to the sources. What is irrigation? Irrigation means artificial supply of water for agriculture. You know, rain is a unusual and unseasonal. So the irrigation is very necessary for agriculture. So through the canals, wells, and by tanks, due to the total area under irrigation, 40% of are irrigated by the canals, 70% of the by wells, and 12% of by tanks. The rest 8% of land are irrigated by other methods. Understood? Water for irrigation. Next, canals. This is the most convenient method of irrigation. About half of the total area under the irrigation by canals is situated in Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, and Andhra Pradesh. It is a easy to big canals. These areas since the land is level and soil soft. So with the help of the canals, we use the water for irrigation. So and wells also very important source of water. Rainwater sinks down easily in the areas where the soil is soft and porous. So water is available at the lower depth when wells are dug, and it helps to irrigation. The coastal strip of Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh, some parts of Rajasthan, Haryana, and Gujarat, irrigation is carried by the wells. Some and other types of lift irrigation is required by using the wells water to irrigation. Understood? Well irrigation is also one of the important source of irrigation. Next, dams. Dams, these are the artificial lake constructed by the Manshari or dams built across the rivers. Water from rivers is clear, palatable, soft, and free from the pathogenic organisms. From rivers softly water needs for several cities and villages. It contains the impurities produced by the sewage, industrial waste, human and animal washing, etc. So it is not suitable for drinking without treatment. So tanks, they are a large excavation in which water is stored. They form the important source of water in many of the Indian villages. Tanks means kere. Receive the water during the rains and become dry. At times the drought or famines. In cities, overhead tanks are built to serve the needs of the people. So with the we get the water from tanks, rivers, dams, understood, canals, and wells. So these are all the with these we get the agriculture with irrigation. Irrigation is very essential for agriculture. No, with the help of these sources we take irrigation for agriculture. Next, multi-purpose project. So dams are constructed across the rivers for the various purpose. They are known as multi-purpose projects. Some of the multi-purpose projects in our country are Bakranangal project, Damodar Valley project, Nagarjuna Sagar project, the Hirakud project, the Kosi project, Rian Dam project, and Tungabhadra project. So these are all the projects to construct the dam across the river. Next, we learn about one by one projects. Understood? First one is Bakranangal project. This is the biggest multi-purpose project of India next to Narmada. It was constructed with the cooperation of Punjab, Haryana, and Rajasthan. It cost of construction was 2 lakhs 380 millions. The dam of 518 meter long and 226 meter high, as constructed at Bakra the river, Satluj in Himachal Pradesh. The Nangal Dam is in Punjab. It is only 29-meter high. Here canals are 63-kilometer long. It has constructed two powerhouses of Gangulwala and Kotla have been constructed on a Nangal Hydel canals. So next you learn about the Bakra Nangal project is dam constructed across the which river? Satluj river. Understood? So next, Damodar Valley project. It is also one of the multi-purpose project implemented for which state? West Bengal and Bihar. Damodar and its tributary rivers created the havoc in the very large area in Bengal and Bihar. This is why these rivers were called rivers of sorrow. So when it is also multi-purpose project, it controls the floods, produces the electricity and provide the for irrigation, and also it helps fish culture, act as the source of cheap transport and provide the water for industry. Its capacity is to produce the 104 megawatts of electricity. So another one is Nagarjuna project. It is constructed the boundaries between Telangana and Andhra Pradesh on the river Krishna at Nandigonda village. It has installed capacity of 3.5 lakhs kilowatts. It also supplies the water and produces the electricity. Next, Hirakud project. It is a dam on Odisha and located at Hirakuda receiver, which is fed by the river Ansdo and river Mand, both of the tributaries of river Mahanadi. It is situated in Sambalpur district. It is a 61-meter high and 25.4 kilometer long. It is the longest river dam in the world. The total capacity of hydroelectric power is 1.24 lakhs kilowatts. It provides the power of aluminum factory of Hirakud, the iron and steel works of Rourkela, cement factory of Rajgangpur, the paper and textile mills of Branjraj Nagar and ferromanganese factory at Joda. So it is also one of the multi-purpose project. Another one is Kosi. It is the dam constructed at the south of the junction of the Kosi and Arun's river. Capacity is 20 megawatts. The Hiran Dam, it is the biggest hydroelectric project of UP. It is constructed at the Pipri 161 kilometer south of the Mirzapur. Or Rihand is the right bank tributary of Sone. River Sone. It flows in the narrow gorge of hard rocks. The dam is a 167-meter high from the river level. Next one is Tungabhadra project. Tungabhadra project is undertaken by the government of Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka. The project comprises a dam across the Tungabhadra river near Mallapuram. So water is very important. So with the help of this dam, the government across the dam construct across the rivers, and the water is used for agriculture. So next, water is water is very important. How the conservation of water? So, in ancient religious texts, epics gave a good insight to the water storage and conservation of system that prevailed in those days. Over the years of rising the population, growing industrialization, and exporting agriculture have pushed up the demand for water. Efforts have been made to collect the water of building dams and receivers, digging the wells. Some countries have also tried to recycle the and desalinate water. Water conservation has become a need of the day. The the idea of groundwater recharging by harvesting rainwater is gaining importance in many cities. In the forest, water seeps gently into the ground as vegetation retards on the flow of over of the surface. This groundwater is a run feeds well, lakes and rivers. Protecting the means protecting water catchments capacity. In ancient India, people believed that they were mothers of rivers, worshipped the source of water, the bodies. We have learned that water should not be wasted. We should take the step to stop the step of the prevent the water pollution. Understood? Water is very important. Nowadays what happened, the water will be polluted by the industrialization or agriculturist, and also man also pollute the water. So water is very important, so we conserve the water and we should not waste it the water. So you understand? Once again, we recall what you learn. Wells, canals, and tanks are the important water resource. India has the largest irrigation irrigation of system in the world. Longest dam in the world is Hirakud. Nagarjuna Sagara project was constructed in the boundaries between the Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Bakra Nangal project is the biggest multi-purpose project in India, Narmada. So these are all the important things we learn in this lesson. Understood? So what do you learn? What is water? What is water? And what are the uses of water? How we get the water? Which are the sources of water? Understood? And also the rain is the main source of water. But what happened in India? The rain is a seasonal and unusual. So agriculture, India is a agricultural country. Water is very necessary for agriculture. But in India, rain is unusual. So it is not distributed equally all parts of India. So irrigation is very necessary for agriculture. So there are many types of irrigation. Irrigation means multi-purpose, the artificial supply of water for agriculture. So irrigation, there is canals, wells, and dams, rivers, tanks are the important irrigation systems in India. So these are all the things we learn in this lesson. Children, understood? I think you understand about this lesson when you read the lesson 2 or 3 times. Then you clearly understand about this lesson. So in next class I will continue. Till now, take care. Goodbye.